Well, hello, Montgomeryville people and Hatboro Horsham, if you're watching. This is just a little demonstration of strumming, that basic strumming that you use even when you're an accomplished guitarist. I'm sending this sheet to you, and you can just reference the sheet as you go along. It has a number of different strums that all rely on this little arrow, up or down, or with the pointer at both ends. And that's nothing hairy. It just means I'll do the best I can with the fingers here. That basically just means a down arrow means I'm strumming down on the guitar. An up arrow means I'm strumming up on the guitar, and one that has a down and an up arrow on the same stick would be down up. So if I just go down, 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 I obviously have to bring my hand back up to go down, but I'm not hitting the strings on the way up. It's that simple. And if I hit the strings on the way up, that's one of those down-up arrows. So just to demonstrate what that would mean, the first example, A, on the sheet that I sent you, it shows 4 down arrows, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hang down your head time, 1, 2, 3, 4, hang down your head, and then it goes to an A7. A7. So that's what that would sound like, that strum. Or hey Jude, don't make it bad, to an A7th. That's the only way I can make it. Take a sad song and make it 1, 2, 3, 4. An alteration on that is what McCartney kind of does in the second verse. He'll come through and he'll go, hey Jude, don't make it bad. And it just going 1 and 2 and 3 and all with down strums. Take a sad song and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4, and we did that in class this week. That's all that's happening there. When you look at B, it has a down arrow. Now we can introduce this down up. It has a down arrow, then it has a down up arrow, it has a down arrow and a down up arrow. And that would sound like down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. How many roads must a down walk down before they call him a man, etc. That is it. I won't give you the chords because you should start right now watching what a guitarist does and figure out what those chords will be. Those chords are going to be, for the most part, D, G, and A. In any demonstration I give you here, they're just going to be chords D, G, and A. They're, as we'll talk about as the course goes along, the 1, 4, and 5 chords, and they're the most important chords that you need to learn. So the next one, C, has this down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, which doesn't have a lot of practical application. It does, I can think of one song. Desmond owns a barrow in the marketplace. Molly is a singer with a 1 and 2 and 3. Desmond says to Molly, girl, I dream your face, and Molly says as she takes him by the hand. So that's 1 and 2, and it's if you're a polka fan, it's a lot of polkas. Heaven there is no beer.
Proud Mary,
etc. Yeah, Proud Mary is left a good job in the city. So you can and that's, you can strum any of these any way. Remember, I told you, and I'm going to keep telling you, when you pick the guitar up, you're the composer. You're the one that chooses how it sounds, and these are the ways that you choose how it sounds. The other ways, the low-hanging fruit we talked about, is how loud and soft you play. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Now when you get to the part, the bridge in that song, it becomes, anytime you feel the pain, hey Jude, refrain. So I've completely changed the strum. I played it louder, and it requires no more dexterity. It just requires a little compositional drama. Right? So the D that I have down here is kind of just like an exercise. It'd be down, up, down, down, up, down. It's the opposite of down, down, up, down. But just for your control. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Here how I'm counting that. The down is 1 and 2. Your foot, remember I told you, always tap your feet. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So that down up takes the exact same amount of time to play as just a down strum, but it's twice as fast. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. E that I have here is down, 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 up, down, followed by down, 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 up, down, up. Down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. Got on the sloop, John, down, down. Grandfather and me, round Nassau town, we did roam. I could do that, whether you can do that any way that you want, you can do it with just individual. We got on the sloop John B. So it's a different approach to that song. My grandfather and me. Down. Now what I'm doing there is I'm emphasizing different, I'm emphasizing the second and the fourth beat. It's called backbeat in music. Generally music would go 1, 2, 3, 4. See, there's an emphasis on that 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rock music generally doesn't go that way. Rock music generally has a backbeat. It's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So you hear that second and fourth being emphasized. We'll get to that in the next video more. Then the last one I have here is pretty much just a practice for control. You should practice to control these, and that would be down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. One that's not shown here, that's used in a lot of songs, or is useful in a lot of songs, I should say. It is down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, everything. I have climbed highest mountain, I have run through the fields, and believe it again, only to be with you. Only to be with you. 1, 2 and 3 and nibbling on sponge cake, 2 and 3 and 4. Watching the sun bake, 2 and 3 and 4. All of the tourists covered with oil. See, and there I'm adding little in that. All of the tourists are covered with oil. And I'm doing things like lifting my fingers off and putting them back on, but we'll get to that later on. The basic thing right now is strumming. That's a good way to get started with strumming. You can make strumming a lot more interesting and a lot more complicated. Unfortunately, it usually gets complicated as it gets more interesting, but this can get you by for a long, long time. You just want to master it and think of it in those terms. Get that foot tapping. just try different strums on different songs. So I'll see you in the next video.